The weather. Dylan's in for Al, who's off for a couple days. What's up? Hi, Dill.
Good morning, guys. It is certainly much colder out there across the Northeast. In fact, we have frost advisories, freeze watches, freeze warnings. For us, it just makes us feel cold, but for plants, this could be the end of the season for you folks dealing with some of those really cold temperatures. 39 in Buffalo, Saranac Lake, 30 degrees. We hit 29 earlier this morning. Albany at 40, Bridgeport, Connecticut, 44. Where's the warm air? It's sitting right in the middle of this country. This ridge in the jet stream has been bringing in those temperatures that are near record highs. We could, in isolated cities, break some records today. Omaha, 82. Oklahoma City, 83 degrees. Pine Bluff, 87. You go out west, though. Jackson is only 46 degrees. Vegas, 72. That's 10 degrees below average. Tomorrow, the heat continues through St. Louis, through Memphis. Detroit, 66 degrees. Looks pretty good. And then going into the weekend for the Northeast, this could be the last really warm weekend. And by warm, I mean 69 degrees on Sunday. That looks pretty good. Monday, we drop back down to about 66. Richmond in the 70s. Pittsburgh in the 70s before we drop to 60 on Monday. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds. And that's your latest forecast.
All right, Dylan, thank you. Just ahead, Britney Spears' new
Dylan, what's the Thanksgiving forecast?
Well, I did already buy
2027
of cranberry sauce.
6 cans.
Like the good jellied cranberry sauce,
wow.
Right? Just in case they sell out. We've got some quiet weather across the country except for this one spot. This storm system that's moving out of the Rockies into areas like North and South Dakota. We are seeing the clouds there. Casper, Wyoming, seeing some clouds and some showers. The higher elevations getting in on some snow there too. This is going to continue to move eastward, and you can see this line out ahead of this cold front. As this moves to the east by the time we get to Friday, we are going to see this start to trigger some storms through parts of the Midwest. So just something to keep an eye out for. And we do have the chance, especially on Saturday, seeing these continue to move out of Iowa through Illinois, through Missouri, where we could see some of those stronger storms. Hail and wind would be our biggest threats here, especially in this area in orange that does even stretch down into Arkansas, into parts of northern Louisiana. Wind gusts up to about 60 miles per hour, a possibility, and a few tornadoes. Possible, not likely, but possible. Today, though, it is that heavy rain across eastern Montana, up across North Dakota. Sunny and warm down south, cool in the Northeast. Temperatures dropping down into the 50s with that cool breeze. It'll make it feel even chillier. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's your latest forecast.
I'm actually surprised you buy cranberry sauce. You strike me as the type that would make...
Just a good can of Ocean Spray cranberry sauce.
Yes.
Like just the good stuff. It flops on a plate.
And then you
it's my
sliced
least
it.
favorite.
And then you slice it with a butter knife. It's so great.
Oh man, you're talking like that's appetizing, but you know, the tone of your voice is like, oh, it's so good, but
you say it the right way. Everybody wants some.
All right,
You're a ham guy, right?
How about I'm a ham guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Uncle Al gets his ham. So.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
I'm not a turkey guy.
Yeah,
though.
no,
Too
neither.
dry.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the way you're prepared.
Yeah.
Well, it could be me. You sound like my wife. Maybe it's you. Odds are you're right.
Yeah.
Let's get to our PSSP this morning. Good stuff.
It's
Dylan, feels like a good time to check in from the forecast.
Yeah, luckily we have pretty quiet weather across the country today, except for that heavier rain moving into northeastern North Dakota, northwestern Minnesota. This is going to continue to move up into Canada, although the cold front with this system will continue to move east over the next several days, and especially as we get to the end of the week into Saturday, we are looking for some of those thunderstorms to move through the Midwest, producing some heavy rain, perhaps some large hail and damaging winds. But as we go through the day today, enjoy the sunshine across the eastern half of the country. We are looking for highs in the 70s, 80s, even some 90s. The farther south you go, we could break some records today. 40s and 50s, though, through New England into the Northeast. A little breezy, too. That'll make it feel colder. And then we've got some 30s in the higher elevations out west across the Rockies, where we have had some mountain snow, too. But for the most part, things are pretty quiet. The West Coast nice and dry, too. Sunny and pleasant, highs in the 60s and 70s. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And don't forget, you can also find us on Today's Show Radio, Sirius XM Channel 108.
All right, as Mr. Roker would say,
All right.
best time of the morning.
Well, we're going to do it, guys. First up, I had somebody pull double duty, a big host and musical
I always love
act.
the opening sequence when they say, hosted by Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Musical
Music
guest
by
Sabrina Carpenter.
It's an honor. She's going to do great at that. Next up, Mishka Hargitz.
going to trend.
It's hard for Savannah to keep her concentration right now.
Yeah. Because Mr. Gear's here?
Yeah.
Of course.
He's just
Oh, look. He's joining us.
Sit down. Mr.
Hi,
Gears.
Mr. Gear.
Richard Gears, huge fan of Popstar.
Hi,
tonight.
Richard
The
Gear.
keys that really embarrasses me every time I
Yes,
get.
it
Let me
does.
sit
Hi.
right in here.
Oh,
How are you?
Hi.
Have a seat.
Dylan.
Yeah, hi there.
Savannah.
This is one
Hi.
of my old
Nice
dear
to meet you.
friends. How you doing?
How are you, Carson?
I'm doing
Sit
great.
down.
Nice
We're
to
doing
see you.
Popstar.
Special Popstar guest.
We're happy you're here.
Remember when Craig was sweating earlier? We
Yes.
were doing the
Now Savannah's
Now, like,
Here it
it's
comes.
getting hot in here.
Here comes the
She's
schwitzing.
leaving. I can't believe this.
Well, I have to catch a flight.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Tucson, Arizona, my hometown.
Why?
Doing a story that will air later on the Today Show. Sorry, Cars, but we haven't seen each other. I
no,
Did
no,
you
we
come
only
here
got
for
time
her?
to go to the
Yes.
Popstar.
You came for Savannah?
Yes. And I
well,
said,
I'm
well, at
afraid
least
you
I'm going to
just
come
have-
over and sit with her for a second before she leaves for Tucson,
I know. Oh,
her hometown.
yes, that's
It's
right.
It's a great documentary, though.
I know. Don't go. Stay.
Keep going,
Cars.
anywhere.
That'll
Keep
be the
going.
new ad for Phoenix.
Yes.
What, you're going to Tucson? Why? Says Richard Gere. Why?
That is so
come
mean,
to Phoenix.
Carson. Tucson's the best. Have you ever been to Tucson?
No.
There you go. I hate to do
should.
this, but we have to switch gears.
Oh,
And get
That
back to-
never happened before.
Thank you.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Why?
yeah.
Guy.
Men.
Finally, we're going to end with
His
Central
favorite thing.
called
Encanto?
New York.
Over and over and over again.
You love, so you talk about Bruno a lot
That's
in your
good.
household.
Always, yeah.
Yes.
Except that was a moment. That was like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
But during the pandemic, I think.
Yeah.
Well, this has really been a wide-ranging pop star.
Well, this was a good rehearsal. I just hope when we do it live, we all nail our parts. You too, Richard.
I don't know. I'm feeling like maybe a couple more days of rehearsal, and I'll come back on Monday.
Okay.
Tucson called. They're not happy with you.
I love Tucson.
You better come with me
I
to
love
Tucson
Tucson.
and apologize.
No,
Yeah.
I sent my parents to Tucson once many years ago.
Yeah, we
And
all
what did they do?
And I would give them. No, what I would give them every year. I would give them a wonderful trip. When I first started making money,
Yes.
I'm going to give my parents these trips, and they're great trips. We ran out of trips in Europe, so it ended up being Tucson.
Right out of city.
And it
Special
was to
place.
a dude ranch
Yeah.
in Tucson.
Yeah, I know exactly the
And my
one.
mother didn't ride.
Oh, wow.
But my father did. My father grew up on a farm.
Okay,
He was like
see.
a real rider.
Well,
I think they call Tucson the Paris of the West.
Yes,
It makes
they do.
sense, right?
Only Tucson does. Just ahead, we're going to have much more with this guy right here. The one.
I'm leaving.
The only.
I've had it.
Richard
Am I done?
We're going to talk about his
Just starting.
Hollywood,
Just kidding.
where else he sent his parents on these trips, and the wisdom of happiness that you're sharing in this amazing documentary about your friend and mentor, the Dalai Lama, after your local news and weather. That was the best.
guys, it's a chilly one out here, isn't it?
There's a guy over there. Are you 90 today?
90.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Great. Wow, how about you're having?
Come on.
Well, if the cooler weather's making you crave some comfort food, we've got it for you. Social cookbook.
Okay, that was good.
All right, looking ahead to our third hour, we'll be getting crafty with Nick Offerman.
He's going to be back, and today we'll be hanging out with actress Lily Reinhart.
Before we do anything else, Dylan Dreyer, how about one more check of the weather, please?
Well, we're all wearing jackets.
It's cold.
Oh, it
Balls upon
stinks.
us.
The cool air is back in the Northeast. It's going to warm up, though, as we go into the weekend. So let's get closer to the weekend and show you the forecast for tomorrow. Sunshine up and down the East Coast. We are going to see the warmer temperatures back through the Gulf Coast in the 80s. We've got 90s through southern Texas. Beautiful out west, comfortable in the 70s and 80s. Then on Saturday, there is a severe risk through the Midwest, especially down through Arkansas into Missouri, where we could see some gusty winds and some hail possible too. Chilly out west and warming up a bit for the East Coast. Temperatures back into the 50s and mid 60s, warmer the further south you go. And then on Sunday, some heavy rain takes hold of the eastern Great Lakes. That stretches down to the Gulf Coast. Still pretty nice for the East Coast, hanging on to 60s and 70s, and it looks sunny and mild through the plains. Temperatures in the mid 60s. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast. Back inside you guys.
Oh, Dylan, we're in for a treat now.
This morning on our Consumer Confidential, we've got some new and important information on the job market.
LinkedIn is out with their top startups of 2025, identifying the young companies that stand out most in growth, talent recruiting, and interest with job seekers. So here with the first.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is a hot topic. So before we get into your picks, let's talk about how you chose them and why are startups kind of an important group for you guys to focus.
It's funny because this first company is a company that Carson Daly turned me on to about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Top 5 startups according to LinkedIn. We'll let you reveal the list, but are we going to start with Perplexity?
We're starting with Perplexity. So
Yeah.
AI-based search
It's
engine.
a
You're a user. They will allow any company to be a banking company, so you can do things like bank accounts, credit cards, debit cards. There's Underdog, which is a daily sports fantasy site and betting site. I don't know if you guys are users of that. Cadence, which if you have chronic health problems, they connect you in real time with your doctors, healthcare providers for tracking.
Is that just an app?
It is a whole behind-the-scenes service that is basically like giving you this track so you can live at home and still get your treatments and your doctor's watch.
What trends or themes are you noticing among these top companies?
There's some great ones. So my favorite is this wellness wave. You're seeing these companies, we all want to live longer and better and use science to help us do that. So I don't know if you guys are big protein takers, but David Protein, have you heard of them? David Protein, they make these energy bars that are called Goodles, which makes good for you mac and cheese.
It's really good.
You're used to that?
Goodles,
All right.
yeah.
So it comes with Goodles.
Goodles?
I think it's good. Goodles, I never know how to say it.
I don't know, but they're delicious.
So it's like full of protein, full of fiber, so your kids are actually eating good food for them.
So what if you're sitting at home right now and you're interested in maybe trying to apply or work for one of these startups? Is there anything that would grab their attention or anything they're looking for?
They are looking for three things. They want to know how adaptable you are, how much you want to learn, and what drives you. So one of my favorite things we do is we ask these companies, what are the questions you ask in the hiring process?
Ooh.
Really interesting. There's one called Care Yaya. Yeah, they're really hard. So be prepared.
Wow. Let's talk about AI. Everyone's talking about AI right now.
Yeah.
You found, or LinkedIn has found, that AI has really been a game changer at some particular startups.
Yeah, so first of all, there's AI companies all over this list. People are using AI. Now, what's real interesting, though, is what's going on behind the scenes, which is these companies all use AI to speed up all of their processes and to do more with less. So create a ton of people for or hire outside agencies. What that means is a lot more startups. We expect for there to be way more AI startups that are based on AI or that are just using AI for one or two people to launch really big new things.
You almost have to jump into the pool. You can't be intimidated by it.
Yeah, 100%. You got to use it. Absolutely.
But it's still scary for a lot of humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
So much. All right, coming up this morning, microforests are
We are back now with our series, The Upside. And trees are, of course, known to improve air and water quality, alleviate heat, attract wildlife as well. But a trending design shows it doesn't take a lot for those benefits to begin to bloom. Our Emily Arquette is here with more on the growth of microforests. Is that right?
Microforest. I'm so excited about this story, guys. A microforest is exactly what it sounds like, a tiny forest as small as 10 square feet. And while the concept has been around for decades, it's growing increasingly popular as a way to improve biodiversity and fight climate change here in the States, especially amid expanding urban areas and industrial hubs. And you can plant a microforest almost anywhere, including sites as small as 10 square feet, as I mentioned. The keys are to identify a variety of native plants, use nutrient-dense soil, and apply a mulch to retain moisture. I love the idea, small but mighty.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you remember when we went forest bathing? I can't remember where we were.
Oh, in California.
We were in California.
Yes, and we laid there under the trees.
Oh, I do remember
Yes.
that.
Nature is healing, absolutely.
There's something about healing, and it's peaceful, and you don't have to have a lot of space. So we say yes to that.
And you love the outdoors.
I love the outdoors, even if we're talking 10 by 10 square feet.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Okay, coming up, we are stepping out of the woods with Nick Offerman. He is here. This morning, we are catching up with the hilarious Nick Offerman. You may know him as Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation, or for his Emmy Award-winning performance in The Last of Us.
But before taking acting under his belt, Nick wore a real tool belt, and the accomplished woodworker has lined up some of his favorite hands-on projects in his newest book.
It's called Little Woodchucks, Offerman Woodshop's Guide to Tools and Tomfoolery. And Nick is here to tell us all about it. Good morning.
Good
We'd love you to
morning.
join us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So it's little woodchucks, but this is stuff that gets everyone off their screen. Adults and kids alike can all do these projects.
It's kind of secret propaganda. Like it's designed to be read to kids and to make things with kids, but the people reading it also often don't know how to use hand tools. So I grew up in a wonderful agricultural family where we all learned to use tools, and then I spent my life making things, and that's been so rewarding. So now when I see people having like AI deciding their lives for them, I'm like, no. You get out your toolbox and you can build your own damn bread box.
It's interesting. I was thinking when I was preparing for you this morning, I thought, oh my gosh, I remember it was 7th grade. I think we took shop, and we all wanted to make the lamp or the cutting board that we still have. There's something tactile about it. Who gave you that the love for the craft?
My mom and dad both, they taught me and my siblings to do everything around the house and out in the yard. But
oh my gosh.
It's my mom and dad.
You're twin.
They are the mayor and first lady of Manuka, Illinois. He's the mayor, which means she's the one he's on her shoulders.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Dad taught me to use tools. He built furniture when I was a kid, and it's just a wonderful way to live, to know how the world is put together.
Absolutely.
So that when you need to maintain something or fix something, you don't look for an app.
Amen.
You go to the toolbox.
I like this return to analog that you're advocating.
Don't give away your agency. Control the world around you instead of letting a company curate your choices.
Did you build like the sets for your theater groups when you were just?
I did. When I started, I wanted to be an actor, and I went to theater school, and they said, unfortunately, you're not good at acting, but you can carry the attractive people on and off stage. And that left me time. They discovered that I could use tools, and they said, we'll pay you to build the set. And I said, great. So for a while, I just built scenery, and then eventually figured out how to speak dialogue.
So the woodworking led to the acting.
It did.
Can we go and
it allowed me to
I want to see
survive.
some of the projects we can make.
All right, let's step over to my laboratory.
So these are some of the examples of things we can actually make.
I love this.
Yeah,
in the book.
they're really fun. And
start over here?
yeah, we're going to come over to this table,
we'll
please.
follow you.
You'll thread
Like I'm in
down.
wood shop again in 7th grade.
Look at this stuff. This is so cool.
These are there's a whistle project, and you take just a piece of wood and you drill a hole in it, and then you make a couple of little small saw cuts.
Do you tell people the tools that they should invest in?
We do, yeah. There are beautiful knolling shots with all the tools laid out.
Awesome.
And then, so if you grab one of those, eventually you take a flattened
Put it in here?
dowel, and you sort of move it in and out until you get a good whistle sound, and then you put a little glue on it. And then finally, this is the sum total of the tool involved here. You just cut off the end of the.
You see, we let you do that part.
Of the dowel,
I kind of like my fingers. So do you have like a big whole thing at home, like a big old wood shop situation?
We have a beautiful big shop at offermanwoodshop.com where there are 4 elves there right now building furniture for you.
And what are we going to make ultimately?
So how do I make this work?
Well, then, so once you get it all lined up and you've glued it in, down on the end here we have finished versions.
Oh, it's down here. Oh.
Yeah, and I have actually wiped them with alcohol to get my gravy off of there. If you want to give it a try.
Can I blow into it?
Yeah. Take a swing at it.
Oh, that's cool.
My dog would go
makeup on.
nuts.
I don't want to mess it up.
And you can make different sizes. Eventually, you can put holes in them, and that's called a bassoon. And then you can join an orchestra and make a lot of money.
And look at this. You put the little bracelet on there.
This is so
really
cute.
There's more.
Yeah,
good.
This is an array of many of the things that we make. There are these tops that are super fun.
Are all these in the book?
Yeah, these are all in the book.
Oh, I love the Pinewood Derby cars.
Can I try this?
This just makes me realize we don't do this anymore. You're right.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Does Megan Mullally help out, your wife? Is this a family affair?
I haven't played with the top.
She does. It depends. She doesn't like the sanding.
Okay,
but she's a chef.
Oh, look at this picture. Oh, you missed it. We should have picture.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that's what that was.
Cool. And I messed mine up.
We didn't
practice.
We didn't lab
This
test
is so cool. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
That's
it's
really
so
cool.
fun.
It's
You know, there's something, I think you're right.
you
There's
make
something
all the
gratifying
pieces.
about building it yourself from A to Z and then being able to play with it.
This is the first project in the book. Have you heard of slapstick
Yeah, of
comedy?
course.
This is an actual slapstick.
How does that work?
Here, Dylan, turn it. Oh, that's cute.
And so
Yeah, exactly.
it's like
Such a Renaissance man.
These are really fun.
Really cool.
Can I play with
Parents love these.
My mom threatened me with that.
The rubber band is actually broken when it's operating. The rubber band makes it like a spring.
Oh.
Okay.
There you go.
I love this.
Thank you so much, Nick.
The
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. You can fake spank your siblings with these.
All right, the book is called Little Wood Shops. Offerman Woodshop's Guide to Tools and Tomfoolery. The book is out now. Nick, we could actually use your handy skills for this one. Our friend Kevin O'Connor's here. He's got some easy DIY projects to prepare whatever it takes.
All right, before we go, we wanted to mention if you have a question about cold and flu season, Well, you have to
if
wait.
it's so cold in here, are we all going to get cold?
If you have a question at home related to cold or flu season, our NBC News medical contributor, Dr. Natalie Azar, she's here to help.
Yes. Head to today.com to submit your question. That could be answered live on Monday's Big Fan Fest show.
Right.
Yes.
By the way, tomorrow here on the third hour, we're going to break bread with Tony Shalhoub for the Inside Scoop on his new docu-series.
I love
It's
that.
not that bad in here right now, right?
It's nice. Matt Rogers is here.
nice.
Lily Reinhardt's here.
Where is he? Where's
Reinhardt.